golf fans and friends of Go Golfing. Welcome to Season 2 of the Go Golfing Show. Golf travel delivered differently. So whether you're watching us on your iPhone, your iPad, or as some of you do each week on the big screen of your TV, thanks for joining us. Well, Mark, 2020, the year that wasn't. But things have picked up in 2021 for Go Golfing, and you started the year in January down in Tasmania. Tell us about it.
It's fantastic, Peter. Awesome golf courses, Bunbury. We've been going there for 10 years and it was so good to be able to start the year off with an event. I haven't got to play, believe it or not. Played 4 rounds of golf. I was a partner for Carolyn Robinson. Carolyn, if you're watching, loved playing with you over the week. And after that, Peter, I went to King Island. And
I saw you went there by private jet.
Absolutely. So we flew over there straight from Barnbougle on the runway, flew straight into King Island. It's only about a 45-minute flight. Arrived, had beautiful weather, and those courses, Peter, seriously, they are some of the best I've ever played.
Cape Wickham, yeah,
and Ocean Dunes, sensational. We did a new concept as well, where it was our team of 16 versus a team of locals. And it was just so much fun. We had a lot of fun. There was singing, there was all sorts of stuff happening. And I'm proud to say it, but the Go Golfing team, we took the cup away. Speaking of which, our team captain hasn't really got back to me on the whereabouts of the cup. He was last seen drinking out of it. I saw that, and then I was on my way to the airport, couldn't get a hold of him, and haven't heard from him since. So Smooch, if you're out there, mate, we are after our cup. If you could return that, please. But it was a lot of fun, Peter.
A perpetual trophy, and you've lost it in the first year.
Yeah, that's it. And yourself, you've been off to in regional New South Wales supporting the Bushfire recovery tour. Tell us about that.
Mark, those fires that devastated the south coast of New South Wales started on New Year's Eve in 2019. A wonderful support that the fundraising that happened, but as a business, Go Golfing made a pledge to take golfers down and rebuild the tourism. We took some wonderful footage and we've promoted the destination. We're doing more tours back there. We started in Bowral, we headed over to Mollymook, cracking golf course there. From there we headed on to Bateman's Bay, where Club Catalina had been the fires, walls of flames come up, singed the fence around the golf course, around the perimeter. We travelled through Lake Conjola, Mogo. We went to the Mogo Zoo, where the staff came in. They defied evacuation orders to fight the fires and save the animals, to save the zoo. It was inspiring stuff. We had breakfast with the firefighters, the volunteer firefighters. That was a highlight. And they talked about, the scenes of fighting those 3 weeks of flames. But we then continued on down to Narooma. That is a cracking golf course.
Yeah,
Hogan's Hole, the third hole, hitting over the chasm. You get a weaken the knees on the on the tee there, Mark. And we finished in Marimbula, but it was stunning. We tend to go to golfing hotspots all around the country, the well-known destinations. But I tell you, these country courses and the offering.
Well, speaking of which, South Australia is another tour that we're hosting, isn't it?
Yeah, well, South Australia just finished on the weekend, and they had a great time in Adelaide, where the Fringe Festival was on. They then continued up to the Barossa Valley. Now, we've got some people that have seen and been in a lot of places that were on this tour, and they said the wine tour, the tastings and the meal at Langmeal Estate up there in the Barossa was the best that they've had anywhere in the world. Now that's high praise when you've got people like David Solomon and Mark Watler that have travelled the world with Go Golfing and had more than one wine on the tours. But that was high praise. Then they finished back in Glenelg. So that tour was great. And kicking off yesterday, we had a tour to Perth. They're down to Mandurah and finishing in Margaret River. That's a popular one that sells out every year with Go Golfing, but it's just great to be back in business and people travelling with Go Golfing and us to be able to host them and do what we know and love.
Absolutely. And speaking of Mandurah, Peter, you've got this new enthusiasm in the office. You're really excited about the Mandurah Masters. Tell us a little bit about why it's drawn your attention so much in the last few days, and you're so passionate about this event.
Well, Mark, you and I, we went over there to do the preparation for the Mandurah Masters, where we're going to have more than 300 golfers from all over Australia in Mandurah for a week of golf and fun, 11 to 17 April. And look, the offering's great. The 4 golf courses we're playing, the Cut, Secret Harbour, Meadow Springs, and Mandurah Country Club, cracking golf courses, and they are in mint condition. So really excited for what we're going to be able to deliver golfers on the golf course. But Mark, what really set Mandurah on fire in my world was the hospitality, the people. They are all so keen after more than 12 months of not being able to host visitors, interstate visitors. The borders have been closed, but right now, all of Australia can go to Mandurah. Everyone was so excited. It was, what can we do to help you? What can we do to support you? And that's inspiring, and that motivates us to work with them to deliver an amazing event experience for our clients. So that's what's got me excited. We've got Vas Felix on board, The Pen, our 19th hole venue. Now this is going to be a cracking venue. Discounted drinks, finger food, entertainment every night. Great venues for the welcome dinner, the presentation dinner, awesome entertainment confirmed. It's just got great energy. We called the mayor. We asked him for a chat, and same day, no problem. The whole town is excited about this event. The restaurants we went to, the food's great, the wine's awesome, and I just know with the golf courses, the complete package, Mandurah is going to deliver something very, very special for golfers.
Sounds fantastic, Peter. Well, we've got a 2-part series for you viewers, and in our first part, we're going to look at the first 2 courses we're using in the tournament, being Mandurah Country Club and Meadow Springs. We look at the nightlife, and we also have a chat with the mayor of Mandurah. Let's check it out. Now, Peter, the accommodation, it's all just a stone's throw away from bars, restaurants. We stayed at the Seaboard while we were there, but we walked over to Dolphin Key. You can just walk over, I think it was one bridge we walked over and we were there, and then Seychelles not too far away. It was fantastic, wasn't it?
All of the accommodation, Mark, all got water views, fantastic price points for visitors coming over, and but like you said, everything, all convenient, walk from venue to venue, plenty of restaurants, plenty of those things that golfers are looking for afterwards.
Now, Pete, you also caught up with the pros while you're down there, and you versed the pro at Mandurah Country Club.
Yeah, Gary Cahoon, he's been there 30 years. He really loves Mandurah, and played the signature hole with him. Just check it out. Today we're coming to you from Mandurah Country Club, a fantastic layout, and we're joined by club pro here, Gary Cahoon. Gary, you've been here 30 years, you must love the place.
Oh, it's a great spot, great area. Love the golf course. Business has been very good over the last 20 years. They've done some great changes on the course. The clubhouse has been upgraded to really tip-top condition, and wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
The facilities at the clubhouse, they do look magnificent, and the conditioning of the golf course, it's as green as any golf course I've seen.
Yeah, considering we've had a pretty tough hot summer, although we've had a little bit of rain lately, the condition's always good. We've got a great greenkeeper, Neil Graham, and his staff do a super job, and we get a lot of players on the golf course, so it's well used, but it's always in great condition. So I know everyone that comes here, members, are public players, they love playing, they always come back.
Gary, we've arrived at the 12th here, one of your signature holes.
Yeah, it's a tough par 3. You really can't run it onto the hole, so you've got to carry it all the way. It depends which tee box you play from. It can be anywhere from a 5-iron, 4-iron. A lot of the members will use their 3 woods, but it's a demanding hole. Once you've hit the green, it's still a pretty tough green to play on. So when we play it, we'll find out how we go, and I'm sure we can enjoy it. But it is a good hole.
Sounds good. Let's get on with it.
Okay, let's do it.
Peter, you also managed to get an interview with the Mayor of Mandurah. How was that?
Yeah, Mayor Rhys Williams, a great supporter of the event. The City of Mandurah and Visit Mandurah are on board as event partners. And Mark, where else can we call the Mayor and 5 minutes later he's outside chatting to us and being able to do it? But indicative of the wonderful support we've got from the City of Mandurah and the community.
Let's check it out.
Events like the Mandurah Masters don't happen without wonderful support, and we're thankful to have the Mayor of Mandurah, Rhys Williams, join us. Thanks very much for the city's support of the event. Can you tell us a little bit about the city's strategy and why events like this are so important?
Well, as everyone that comes to Mandurah will see, and we are looking forward to welcoming you all, Mandurah is a very special part of Western Australia. There is so much to do here, and for such a long time in West Australians' history, Mandurah has been a place that people come to connect with each other and enjoy being outside, enjoy our wonderful golf courses. And so what we know is that the more people whom we can share Mandurah with, the more people get to see what we're up to here, but also the more benefit comes to our local businesses and our local people as a result of that. So definitely deliberately going out to try and find ways of being able to engage with people, welcome them to our city and show them all the great things that are going on.
And certainly the golf offering here is spectacular. But I've got to say, what has been a little bit of a surprise to us is the quality of the tourism experiences and the other things that people will be able to enjoy outside of the golf courses. I mean, even this restaurant precinct that you've got here behind you, it's something that's going to be really special for golfers to come.
In fact, that's the history of Mandurah. It's predominantly been for the vast majority of its existence as a city, a place that tourism has really flourished in. There's great food here, great culture here, all of those sorts of things that people look for when they go to a place. But also, as you can sort of see behind me, it's a beautiful place. It's so stunning. We've got a waterway here that's twice the size of Sydney Harbour with an abundance of crabs and fishing and great tourism operators that can take you out on the water and enjoy the dolphin population here and so much to do. So golf is one of the great things about the city, and we're doing more and more to promote ourselves as a golfing city. But as people will find when they come here, there is so much other stuff going on that people can enjoy.
Any other things you'd want to tell people who are potentially teetering on coming to the event that might inspire them to say, you know what, let's go?
Well, look, I mean, how often do you have the opportunity to come to a place that's got some of the best golf courses in Western Australia? Not one, but 4 or 5 of them within just a 15-minute drive of the city centre. We've got an abundance of water activities, a real playground of a city, if you like. Great culture, great arts, great food. This is a place to come and enjoy, and why not do it whilst pretending that it's just about the golf?
And a wonderful mayor to boot. So, Mayor Williams, thanks so much for your time today.
We look forward to welcoming you all.
We'll make sure we get the mayor along to the welcome dinner to welcome you all in person.
As long as it's not looking at my golf. See you in Mandurah soon.
Peter, I'm really excited about the venue for the 19th hole, the Pen.
Yeah, right underneath the Seagull Hotel there. And like you said, just a couple of minutes walk from the other accommodations that the tournament has. But yeah, they're going discounted drinks, finger food, live entertainment. It's going to be a cracking venue.
Now, Peter, you also had a round with the GM over at Meadow Springs, Scott Proctor, and I've got to say, as we're driving in, it kind of had like a Gold Coast resort feel to it, didn't it?
Yeah, look, you're right. The facilities and the course and the layout, very reminiscent of what we've got here in the Gold Coast, the resort courses, and yeah, it was great to have a game with Scott, and let's take a look at the signature hole. Hey golfers, today we're at Meadow Springs Golf Course here in the heart of Mandurah, and I'm joined by General Manager Scott Proctor. Scott, thanks for hosting us today.
Great, thanks for coming.
Scott, looks like a magnificent resort-style golf course that golfers will enjoy. Tell us a little bit about the course.
Yeah, it is. It's a Robert Trent Jones Junior course, 35 years old, so really established now as well. Designed around the same time as our sister course, Joondalup. So very subtle, rolling greens, fast greens it's well known for. So yeah, a great layout and a bit of a hidden gem.
And Scott, we've arrived here at the 8th hole. You said it's the start of 4 holes featuring water here, consecutive holes. Talk us through the 8th hole.
So it's a fairly long par 3. It's actually one of the really strong 4 par 3s we have here at Meadow Springs. So it's blue flag today, so it's about 170 metres back to the pin and nearly all carry. So a strong water hole, and just got to be confident with your shot. Any half tough shots, you know, it gets into the mind, so you've got to be strong and be confident with your club selection.
Look, golfers, they love playing over water. Makes them weak in the knees,
Yes.
but nothing better than knocking it on the green on a tough par 3.
That's right, the satisfaction is great, isn't it? So no pressure, but all carries to the pin. So,
You've got the honour.
oh, great, thank you.
So, Scott, you've been here as the General Manager for 13 years. You must have fallen in love with Mandurah just like we have in the last couple of days.
Yeah, it's a great place. There's so much to do for families, not just the golfer, wives, families, kids, all that sort of thing have a lot to do. And it's so compact. For a destination, it's fabulous. You've got the fishing, you've got half a dozen great golf courses within 10 minutes of each other, so there's plenty to do down.
And favourite places to go out at a weekend for a meal?
In town there's a plethora. There's the big hotels, there's the smaller restaurants, find a few hidden gems, but just along the foreshore there's plenty of options.
Well, after another hard day on the golf course, Mark and I have ventured back into the heart of Mandurah, not far from our digs at the Seabull. We've stumbled across Bruvino, and we read about it in TripAdvisor, and we've caught up with Luke. Luke, a wonderful offering here. You've got a superb facility, amazing views out over the water. What can people expect when they come to Bruvino?
Alright, so we've got 18 taps, so got quite spoilt for choice on beers. One thing that we try to do a little bit different, I have 5 revolving taps here. With these 5 taps, I keep it specifically Western Australian beers, so I just support the Western Australian breweries, but always switching it up, getting new ones in, getting seasonal releases, so you'll always find fresh new beers on tap here. We also do a little sample as well, so if you were picking and choosing which ones you like, we do 5 paddle with your tasting notes as well for $15. But yeah, it's one of the things I always constantly change over, so we're always keeping it fresh and interesting.
Well, Peter, that's a wrap. Episode 1 of Season 2 done. But tune in next week, viewers, because we're going to be discovering the other 2 courses we're using, which is the Cut, pretty special, and also Secret Harbour, a link-style course. So we'll look forward to seeing you next week, viewers. Until then, stay safe, play golf, and we'll see you then.
And if you can't wait till next week's episode to book your place in the Mandurah Masters, 11 to 17 April, gogolfing.net.au. We'd love to host you there.